What is going on? Everybody, Casey just got the notification, so he knows. We are live and in living color or something like that. Anyway, we're talking about Roblox 2016. For some reason, I looked at that. I was like, is it Roblox 2016? Am I thinking right? It is. It is. It's Roblox 2016. Um, and just finished up a couple minutes ago, or about 10 to 15 minutes ago. I don't know. Overall, I thought it was an okay show. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So I kind of enjoyed it, I guess. Casey, overall thoughts on the show before we jump into the pre-show that I know you love.
Uh, I didn't think it was horrible. Again, kind of like you said, I didn't think it was the greatest show ever. I'm gonna have to go
I
back.
mean, it wasn't total nonstop deletion or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm gonna have to go watch the SmackDown pay-per-view again because we have to do the Raw pay-per-view SmackDown to figure out which one I liked more. But it was good. There were some things they could have left out, but
All right. Well, let's jump into it. We got Rusev with Lana going up against Big Cass with Enzo Amore. Um, this match was okay. It wasn't as like I don't think it was like as physical as I expected it to be. It was kind of like it wasn't like they were like trying to outpower each other. It was just more of they were just like looking at each other the whole time. It was I don't know. I don't know if you felt that way, but I don't know if you even watched this match, but like it just felt odd. Like it didn't feel like they were actually like going after each other for some reason. I don't know what it was about this match. It just didn't feel like they were doing anything. Um, I I don't know how I feel about just this feud in general because Big Cass really isn't in this feud. It's more so Enzo and Rusev. So it's kind of like, and this is what they do with Rusev when he doesn't have a championship. So yeah, hashtag give him the U.S. title again. But yeah, like I don't know. It's an odd situation with this feud. But I mean, I thought the match was okay. I just felt like they didn't really do anything, and I think the match would have been better with Rusev and Enzo, just because that's kind of where the feud has been. So that's where the entire story is. Whereas with Big Cass, it's kind of like he's the end of the story, I guess. But like, I don't know. I still think it's weird that Enzo wasn't in this match and he was back. Like it was a little bit different if Enzo was still out. And honestly, he should have like returned during this match and maybe cost Rusev the victory or something like that. That would have made more sense. But Rusev wins by count out after Big Cass went to check on Enzo. It was a short match, relatively short. But that's kind of my overall feeling about these pre-show matches. They always end up short, but the issue with them is there's rarely ever is there any reason to care about these matches on the pre-show. So and they've kind of made like it has a stigma on it where it's like who really cares about this match because it's on the pre-show. But Casey, thoughts on Big Cass versus Rusev?
um, I will give them credit. This was at least a storyline that's been sort of built up. It's not one of the usual pre-show matches that they just throw on
Two
because,
days before.
yeah. But I don't know. First of all, I do love Enzo. I do. But I thought the pre-match promo was way too long. I don't know how you felt about that, but it just felt like it kept going and going, and I was like, "Are we gonna have a match, or are you just gonna talk? Like, is this what's gonna happen right now?" Um, but I was actually upset that Rusev won because I felt like that means this feud is going to continue, but where's it gonna go? Like, what
There's
is
gonna be another hotel scene,
like? Is Enzo actually gonna get a win over Rusev? Like, or is this just gonna be a storyline where you destroy Enzo because LOL, let's kill Enzo?
Well, well,
Like,
at least I think one of the things about it is at least if Big Cass beats Rusev, it's kind of like okay, he's big, like I get it. But like if Enzo was to beat Rusev, other than like shenanigans wise, like I wouldn't really believe it.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like there's other things they could do with these guys other than this.
Like anything with Rusev,
Literally anything.
except for the League of Nations part 2. Like, don't do that. That's fine. You can stop. You cannot do that. Great.
Yeah, that no, that's a thing that you don't need to do. But yeah, it wasn't a. They could have gone without this. I'm not even gonna lie. They could have.
He was gonna try to lie, and then he caught himself.
I was gonna be like, this wasn't that bad. No, they could have just.
This wasn't that bad. All right, let's move on to the tag team championship match of the world and Florida. Or I guess in Pittsburgh for the night. But Cesaro versus Sheamus versus the New Day. Or Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day.
What, really?
Yeah. Cesaro versus Sheamus and the New Day. So, you know, Sheamus changed sides on this one. But no, Cesaro, is that what we're calling him, right? Cesaro versus the New Day.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. The New Day lost. And like, I don't know. I don't like it's so predictable though. Like WWE does this all the time with people who break records. Like the bad part is like you always like it's too predictable. Like they're like, yeah, you know, you just broke the record. We're gonna announce it 8,000 million times, and then you're gonna lose. So have fun. Like I'm like, but why? And this was kind of how I was feeling about the Sasha Charlotte match a little bit later. And I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, like I just felt like why have the New Day lose? Number one to Sheamus and Cesaro. Number two, why have them lose at Roadblock? Like, yeah, Roadblock, they're trying to build Roadblock up as something, but it's never gonna be Rumble or Survivor Series, which obviously is a long time away, so don't wait that long. Or even SummerSlam, or you know, even Mania. Like, I would have rather have had them do a. I would have rather have had them do like. I mean, I didn't want Cesaro, Cesaro and Sheamus. I didn't want them to win the titles anyway because they're such an odd pairing and it doesn't really make any sense. But two, like, I feel like the New Day should have lost that like Rumble because it would have made more of an impact to me personally. But I would have rather been anyone but Cesaro and Sheamus pretty much. Like, I get it, they were doing, you know, the best of 7, like, yay, reward, woo, you know, all that. But yeah. But like, I would have rather, it would have made sense for an actual, like, chemistry laden team to beat the New Day rather than to be the now, like, by record wise, the best team ever. Now, albeit you don't have to, you can believe what you want, but like technically, you know, like by stats and everything, they're the best team ever. So at least in WWE. So like, why would random Sheamus and Cesaro pairing? Why would that be the best team ever? Hypothetically speaking, like it just doesn't make sense to me. I would have rather have had like the club, you know, because you know they can talk about how they traveled all over the world and all this crap. You know, or who's that one? Enzo and Cass would have been a good one too. You know, they had to work their way up through NXT, all of that good jazz, but they had to put them in a feud of groups. Anyway, yeah, like I mean that was kind of my main issue with it. I thought the match was pretty good though. I mean I liked I always like how these guys work together. I like the reversal into the neutralizer. That was amazing. That was pretty freaking cool. And I shout out to Big E for not almost killing himself on that spear because you know sometimes you never know with Big E. It's big man. That's a lot of man coming at you like that. But I don't know if you expected this, but I expected a heel turn from somebody in the New Day after they lost tonight. I don't know if you expected that, but I was looking for it. And I didn't know who it was going to be. It kind of looked like it was going to be Kobe for a second, but you know, but yeah, like that's kind of my main issue with Sheamus and Star being champions is like it makes it feel like it's a transitional champion, but I don't know if you necessarily need a transitional champion. But I get the use of a transitional champion because if they're planning on doing a longer run, you kind of need a transitional champion, I guess, after a huge run like this. But Anyway, Casey, thoughts on the tag team championship match?
Oh God. Um, I didn't want either of these teams to win. I'll be honest. Um,
Time limit draw. Do it.
we certainly wouldn't want the club to get a title shot or anything ever WWE. But I think that would have been good to have them as win the championships. Um, I don't know if you caught this, but Cesaro almost dropped Kofi on his head with the suplex into the neutralizer. Yeah, but it was a good match. I after the match, New Day hands Cesaro and Sheamus the titles, which I liked. And Cesaro hugs them, which I also liked. But then Sheamus, he grabs the titles and holds them up on the ropes, only caring about himself. And then Cesaro goes out and kind of celebrates in the Cesaro section, which I also liked.
Yeah, I like the continuity with that.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think, what do they do with the New Day now? Like, are the New Day gonna break up? Are they gonna stay together? What are they gonna do? And if they do break up, then do they all just fade off into the mid card or again?
I think honestly, I think Big E will go into the world. Not right now, but I think like talking about the New Day breaking up, I think Big E would go into the world title picture. I think WWE is really high on him, and I think they could do some good things with him. But they can't turn him into the generic single guy he was before. Even though I liked his gimmick before, but like they can't turn him into the like I'm just a typical amateur wrestler. They got to do more than that with him. Plus we kind of seen a peek into his personality, so I don't think they can really go back to that. With Xavier, he should go into the cruiserweight division. That's a thing that should definitely happen. Um, and I don't know what to do with Kofi. He's been there for so long. I don't know much longer he wants to do it. I think he still has young kids too.
Yeah, I mean, he could also, if he wanted to, he could go into the cruiserweight division. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of one thing that I'm curious about.
Did you? I was wondering because I know you said why it could have been it should have been the club or whatever, but did you think it made sense for Sheamus and Cesaro to win the titles from the longest reigning now? Well, at that point, longest reigning champions.
Um, I think for the sort of irony, it does because the New Day are such a they gel so well and they're such a you have such a strong bond that that they could keep the titles for so long, and then a team that aren't even really in sync comes and beats them for the titles, and kind of unintentionally work better together than the New Day did. So I kind of like that you kind of storyline wise, but I don't know. I just don't like the team of Sheamus and Cesaro anyway. It just doesn't. It makes me feel like it's just another version of the League of Nations again. Like, know what else to do with them? So hey, let's team them up. It doesn't make sense, but let's do it. I don't know. By the way, Dallas won, so that yeah.
Unfortunately. Anyway, we're gonna continue. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. In a 10-minute time limit match. I didn't realize Sami Zayn would win if he lasted a 10-minute time limit. I didn't like. I don't think that was explained properly throughout the entire like on Monday or tonight until he won, and they were like, "And you're a winner," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like I don't know if you felt that way, but like, and maybe I just wasn't listening because it happens. But like, I was just like, wait, so he won? I thought it was just gonna be like a draw, and that just keeps it going. But it was definitely what I expected it to be. You know, Braun Strowman just beating up Sami Zayn. You know, and then Sami Zayn with that last little flurry to almost beat him. You know, right there at the time limit. Um, I couldn't tell because by the time I looked back up, Braun was kind of doing his little thing with his tongue, whatever that was, and then getting beat up. But somebody was people were talking about how Braun Strowman was winded. It was like 5 minutes into the match and Braun Strowman was already winded. I don't know if you caught that, but I didn't catch it because when I looked up, he was doing whatever that weird thing he does with his tongue is, or whatever that weird thing he does with his tongue tonight was. Um, but I do kind of like the Mick Foley thing when Mick Foley comes out and he threatens to throw in the towel, and then obviously Sami Zayn throws it as far as he can, which obviously it's a towel so it didn't travel that far. It would have been funny if it would have came right back to Mick Foley, but but I like this. I like that it kind of protects both of them. I just kind of wonder whether what they're gonna do is it gonna be still a thing where Sami Zayn finds a way to win. Kind of fighting spirit and find the way to win, or how's that going to go as far as this feud continuing, or is it kind of over now that Sami Zayn could survive? Now he's you know able to actually be pushed properly, because duh. But anyway, Casey, thoughts on Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn?
I kind of hated it and thought it was boring up until Mick came out with the white towel, and then Sammy grabs it and throws it into the crowd. And then I liked that Braun said, told Mick that Sammy's blood is on his hands, and Mick could have ended it, and now Braun said he was going to finish it. I definitely like that. I like when I still do like when he talks. He did kind of look winded. And I said it on our predictions. We know that Sami Zayn can go 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. He's been proven. We didn't really know what Braun Strowman can do, just because we've only seen him in jobber matches that last maybe 2 minutes for the lucky ones. So we didn't know if he had the stamina to go even for a 10-minute match. And people don't realize how it takes out of you in a match. But I like that Sammy did was able to last the 10 minutes. I think if he didn't, it wouldn't have made sense. And if I would have been really pissed if Mick Foley did throw in the towel. But part of me kind of wanted Sami Zayn to find a way to actually get the pinfall. Because I don't think it would have hurt Braun too much. He's still a monster. He's still, if you booked it right to where, Sammy just found some way to get that pin, you could still make Braun Strowman look strong, not necessarily make him look weak. But I would have thought that Sami Zayn would have acted like that after the match, like, no, I wanted to get the win. I didn't want to win this way.
Yeah, he was kind of happy, wasn't
he? Yeah, and that it just, to me, it didn't seem like that would have been Sami Zayn. But we'll see what happens Monday, tomorrow, which is
right. Huh. All right, well, let's move on to the next match we had, which was Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho. I was excited for this match. I was expecting it to be a good match. Obviously Chris Jericho knows how to work, and Seth's really good too. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely thought it was good. I always love, and I don't think I'm ever gonna stop loving Chris Jericho putting you into the walls out of anything ever. Always love that. Always one of my favorite things ever. But this was just a good match. I like how how these two work together. Obviously, they've worked together before, and it was nice to see them kind of like. I think one of the issues with Raw being so long too is like we see these matches already, so that was kind of one of the issues with this. Is like we've already seen this match twice before on Raw, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even more than that. And like yeah, we're still seeing we're seeing the same match, but we get more time, which is kind of nice. But I don't know. I definitely thought it was a good match though. Rollins ended up winning. um, with the pedigree, I liked some of the reversals in this match too. I thought they were pretty nice. But I was kind of, Kevin Owens ended up basically costing Chris Jericho the match. But yeah, I was just expecting kind of. I was expecting Chris Jericho to come out in Kevin Owens match a little bit later, after this match in some form or fashion. So I was kind of waiting on that too, in the main event. But definitely a good match. Casey, thoughts on Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match. My only problem is not with the match in itself, but I know that Jericho is going to be probably taking time off. There's been rumors that he's going to be taking some time off from WWE again, which he does on, occasion. But I feel like they should be using his time while he is around, putting younger talent over and establishing new talent on the main roster. I love the storyline with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, but they're already both over and established. I feel like Jericho could do better things with kind of getting some of these guys that the fans really aren't sure about. Put him in matches with some of the guys from the Cruiserweight division and have him help get them over, get them established with the main roster fans. I think that would be kind of a better use of his talent. Like I said, I love the Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho storyline. I love his matches with Seth Rollins, but I think he could be used elsewhere in the company. But also, and this is just noticing again, them calling spots. I think that WWE in general needs to make their talent work on not making their move calling so obvious. And it's even with veterans. Like I noticed it with Chris Jericho, who's been.
I noticed it with Owens too.
Yeah, they need to work on that because as they know, fans are getting smarter. We're learning to notice these things.
You're not. Not the WWE. Fans are just getting dumber to WWE.
Yeah, that's why we always find these leaked scripts and new things that they're trying to hide from us. We still find them. We still find them. Yeah, we know that you don't use the X anymore to call off a match. We know it. It was leaked. But the only other thing is I know that they're kind of, I guess, building up to a match with Seth Rollins and Triple H. I just hope after that match they actually give Seth Rollins his own unique finisher. I know they don't want to use the curb stomp anymore, but they need to give him something else. I don't want to. To me, the pedigree is Triple H's move. I want Seth Rollins to have his own move. Everyone has their own specific finisher.
And it's weird considering he's kind of still like indirectly still feuding with Triple H.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna use your move though. Like at first it's like a yeah, screw you type thing. But like after a while it's just like, all right, so when are you gonna stop doing that?
Can you stop that now? There's so many other moves you could use.
All right. And I hope I would rather him keep the pedigree until he actually gets that match with Triple H.
Yeah.
And then debut that new move, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like maybe fake the pedigree and then do the new move.
Yeah. See, what I think his new
Tiger Bomb.
No. It should be a moonsault off a fat guy. That needs to be his finisher.
Speaking of moonsaults, let's jump into the Cruiserweight Championship match. There were no moonsaults in this match, I don't think.
That was a terrible segue.
Well, technically, Brian Kendrick does a moonsault. He runs up the ropes to do it, but it counts, I guess. Shut up. Anyway, we got Rich Swann versus T.J. Perkins versus the Brian Kendrick. Sorry, Brian. The Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight Championship. I was surprised this match was as short as it was. I don't know if you were, especially with three people. I think we've gotten accustomed to seeing like triple threat matches be longer than kind of the typical one-on-one match. Like this match was really short to me, and the ending was awkward. I don't know what it is about Rich Swann's like spinning back kick, but like I like it as a signature, like a setup type move. But to me it doesn't feel like a finisher. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that like, and maybe it just needs some time, but it just doesn't register with me as a finisher yet. Because I don't know what his finisher was before, but I don't know if it was that or not. I can't remember. But yeah, I definitely like this match though. I thought they should have had more time though. I think I like the submission spots where like someone will get taken out, so it's a one-on-one match, and they all they lock in their main like submission and everything. I always like the submission psychology. And then I just enjoyed this match overall. I just wanted more time for it. That was kind of the issue. Like the ending caught me by surprise because it was so short. I expected another kick out or something with that because he hit TJ with the spinning back kick and then just pinned him, and I was like, oh, it's over. Wait. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I didn't I didn't realize that it was that long though. I mean that short. Because like it felt like I think the first 5 matches was in the first hour.
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. Like it was crazy. Like how like we got to like 9:15 and I'm like, match left. like I was like, how this gonna work? But yeah, I think that is right. I think the first five matches were like in the first hour and 15 minutes or something like that, and it just felt like it was like really short starting for some reason. But yeah, this match should have been longer. But after the match, Neville comes out looking like he's gonna congratulate Rich Swann, but then he turns on him, baby. He turns on him. You can't win the big one, Neville, baby, on the main roster. Let's go. Neville's a monster heel. I love Neville as a heel. I was so excited to see him turn, and I hope it like gives him more of a chance now. And I think that's kind of what the cruiserweight division is going to do for Neville, is going to actually give him a chance, because that's one thing about the cruiserweight division and having other mid card titles is at least you have something to do when you're not going for the main title, or like they feel like you can't go for the main title. At least it gives you something to do, somewhere to like sink your teeth in, and like that's kind of how it was with Neville. He was kind of still like lost in the shuffle, even when he first came up, and after like about a couple of weeks, he just felt like he was kind of lost in the shuffle, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm excited though. I want to see how kind of what the explanation for the heel turn is. I hope it's like I've been overlooked all my life and all that because I'm short. I hope it's that. But definitely, I thought it was a good match. It should have been a little bit longer, but I like the turn as well. I kind of want to see how they're going to build on that. Casey, thoughts on the Cruiserweight Championship match?
First of all, kind of talking about, I don't specifically remember what Rich Swann's finisher was before.
Did you do the? So you're trying to say you did the Rich Swann dance when he came out, right?
No, I didn't. That's not anything. That's not even really what I was trying to say.
I thought you said Rich Swann, so I was like, okay, I got you. I know what you're saying.
Oh, I mean, no, but the thing about the Indies is a lot of guys don't necessarily have a finisher, and it's just because they have such different movesets from match to match, and kind of Amy was saying it earlier. They need to stop. WWE needs to stop having the same exact match or moveset in every single match. And I think the finishing move, it's a great thing to have, but WWE relies on it too much to, okay, this is what finishes a match. If you watch, even Ring of Honor matches, sometimes you'll get a move that isn't necessarily a finisher, but you believe that kind of finished the match. I think it's kind of ingrained in our mind watching WWE that, okay, the finisher finishes the match, and it goes back to kind of, simple moves kind of not feeling effective anymore. Like DDT is not really feeling effective anymore, or suplex is not feeling as effective as they used to. But anyway, getting into kind of the cruiserweight match. This got me thinking, when this match came up, it got me thinking, I know the Jack Gallagher and Daivari feud and the Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander feuds have only kind of been built up for a few weeks now, but why didn't they have matches on this show as well? Because the next pay-per-view is the Royal Rumble, and we know that they wouldn't put those matches on a big 4 pay-per-view. And by the time the next Raw pay-per-view comes along, these feuds are going to probably be long gone. So I don't know why they didn't put, if you're building up a feud, put it on the pay-per-view, or kind of what's the point of it if there's not that big match at the end that kind of, and I mean, they could do it on just regular 205 Live, or they could have a special match at one of the takeovers, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to see those matches on the pay-per-view. But I did think this was a pretty good match, even though we knew Rich Swann was going to retain. I loved Neville coming out. I actually just watched another podcast, and they were talking about how Neville is kind of barely used. They were doing their top 10 wrestlers or superstars that have had the worst 2016, and he was one of them. And they were talking about how he's barely used, and I think they should, be able to use him better in the cruiserweight division, especially on 205 Live. They seem to use guys better in the cruiserweight division, and especially on 205 Live. And I'm even more excited for this heel Neville, because we've had we've had sort of a heel Neville with the feud with Sami Zayn, but I feel like this is more of an angry heel, which I kind of like. He felt like angry, and he felt, more intense than he did. I feel like before it was more of a cocky, you can't win the big one kind of a heel, which I wouldn't even have necessarily considered him a heel. He was kind of in between, it felt like, in NXT. But I'm definitely excited to kind of see what they do. And there was a thank you Neville chant. I was like, oh, okay. But definitely excited for Neville.
All right, KZ. I gotta ask you, because the next match, I'm gonna give it to you first, because I haven't given you a match first. I'm gonna give you the last 2 matches first. But when Sasha started bleeding, what were you thinking? I'm just wondering. What were you thinking? Will somebody stop the dang on match? Because I did. I was like, she's bleeding. No. It did catch me by surprise, though, because I didn't see where she started bleeding. I just saw that she was like bleeding. But I'm gonna give you this match first, the women's championship match. Iron Man woman. Why didn't they call it an Iron Woman match? Was that too hard? like everybody was like, Iron Man match with women and stuff, and I'm like, no, just call it an Iron Woman match, and it's not that difficult. It's really not. Why do they have to make it so difficult? Anyway, thoughts on the match?
See, I didn't think so much, oh, why don't they stop the damn match? Oh my God. My thought was, but when did she get busted open though? What I didn't see that.
She bladed.
Did she blade in her mouth? Like what? That seems extreme. Come on, Sasha, don't do that. Um, but I was when they kind of were doing the entrances. As soon as they said that the past 5 matches had a title change hands, and the fact that Sasha lost her first Iron Woman match, I was almost positive she was going to retain. I thought that, and it would have made so much sense. And then also in the back of my mind, I was, wondering if Ric Flair was going to kind of get involved and, determine the match either one way or the other. But it was definitely a good match. I did find some of the spots that they did a little bit sloppy at times. But at least for the kind of first 10 minutes, they kept it kind of the match at an even, safe pace. I didn't want to see either of them get hurt as they usually do because freaking Sasha decides she wants to do a suicide dive.
No, almost kills herself. That hit that scorpion.
But then it looked like she hurt herself doing the double knees on the outside. And I was like, no, not this way. And then the reactions from some of the fans when Sasha had Charlotte in the straitjacket were hilarious. They were like,
yes.
"Oh God!" And I'm like, "It's just a straitjacket. Like it's not even that good of a submission. Like why? No, like stop." And of course, Sasha did a freaking suicide dive. I love suicide dives. I do. But she needs to stop it. She needs to stop it or go to the performance center and work on them. Come on now. But I was surprised that it took so long for the first fall, like I was saying. By that point, I thought it was just going to be like a 0-0 draw. But
which was really gonna make you mad because we know how Casey is with his Iron Man matches. There better be at least 5 falls.
There's got to be at least 5, more like 10. But Sasha got Charlotte got the first fall. Sasha got the second fall, which whatever. Then Sasha went up 2-1 with at the 6-minute mark. Freaking Sasha taps 3 seconds.
I thought too, I thought they were gonna have the draw or whatever. I don't know what you thought about that, but I thought they were gonna have the whatever to whatever draw, and then Sasha was gonna retain that way.
Yeah, I don't know. But
so then technically she doesn't beat Charlotte, but she still retains the title.
Yeah.
So they can keep oh my gosh, Charlotte's still undefeated at the pay-per-view,
So yeah, so the official match ends at a 2-2 tie draw. Then it went into sudden death because we can't have that. We can't just have a draw.
Who wants a draw, Casey? It's the end of the line. Didn't they tell you? You can't end the line with a draw.
Why Charlotte? Why? Why not Bayley? Give the damn title to Bayley.
Give it to Nia. Do it.
No.
Alicia Fox. Do
it. Is not even still on the roster.
Santina. Do
it. Yeah. It was a good match. I just didn't like the outcome. And what are they going to do with Sasha now? Probably put her in a feud with Charlotte again because that's all they're going to do with her.
Well, that's what happens when you push 2 women in your women's division. That's what happens. Yeah, technically Bayley's been pushed, but she was going up against Alicia Fox. That's not pushed. That's not how that works at all. Nia Jax hasn't been on TV since Survivor Series. That's not pushed. That's not how that works. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I had mixed feelings about this because I thought the match was good. I didn't think this was the best match they've had ever in life. But I thought it was a really good match. I enjoyed it. Um, I always enjoy the submission psychology from both of these two. They always do a good job of, I might tap, and Charlotte always taps to the bank statement every time they go on it. But yeah, like I don't know. I didn't know how to feel about Charlotte winning this title back. I was excited about OT because I was like, they can't end this on a freaking tie. They can't do it. It's the end of the line, Michael. They can't do it, man. I was like, no, don't do this. But I still expected somehow Sasha to win somehow, some way. But she didn't, and like I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't because yes, this is what I wanted personally. This is what I wanted, not because I just really like Charlotte, but more so because I want Sasha to get that first pay per view win against Charlotte at a big pay per view and not Roadblock that they just threw on last year because they needed an in between house show. No, it's not going to be as important to me. But still, the issue is they can't go any farther with this feud. They they've threw every stipulation match they can throw at these two. Like there's nowhere else you can go unless they go like I quit match. But then again, and I was talking to Justin about this match. It's kind of like then again we've seen this match so much. Do we really want to see it again with just them two? Like I could deal with maybe throwing Bayley, maybe making it a fatal 4-way or something at a Rumble, and then like maybe having like maybe having Sasha win then, or something like that if they want to do that. But the only issue about them putting it on Sasha is she holds the title for 2 days and then it's over. I like I don't know how I feel about the whole title being traded either. Like, yes, I'm fine with it every once in a while, but both of these, well, okay, Charlotte's a 4-time champion, Sasha's a 3-time champion. They've only been on the main roster for what, a year? Am I wrong? A little over a year, maybe. Still, still, even if it's a little over a year, even if you give them that, that's a lot. Like, and not saying that it's necessarily like overexposure, or not even necessarily saying it's a bad thing, because I get it. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to build this feud with through the title, but man, they can't have Sasha win tomorrow. They can't do it.
Like even with even with Owens and Sami Zayn, they don't do it constantly, but they still put them back in matches together because they know they work well together. It's with Sasha and Charlotte, it's just, hey, they had really good matches in NXT. Let's put them together constantly and not push anyone ever.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's why I was saying too, you don't need to split the division. Just because because they're not doing a great job of pushing the women on SmackDown either. Now, albeit the two women around the championship, yes, they're trying with Nikki and Carmel. And then they threw Natalya in there, and that ended. But like they're trying on SmackDown, but it's not great either way. Like they're still only pushing the main two people going after the title. And that was kind of my issue with this, is I was like, yeah, like I want Charlotte to win because I want Sasha's big pay per view, win against Charlotte to be a big thing. But man, I really don't even I don't even want to see it that soon because it's just been too much. And the issue is too that like I get the rivalry so good that the title can change at any waking moment, but like I feel like they would do the same thing with Charlotte and Bayley. So like they would like the first title match that Bayley had against Charlotte would lose the title, which I think is dumb. Like I don't think Charlotte needs a long run. I just think she needs something, some sort of run, like just a little bit. Not necessarily a long run, but she doesn't need to lose the title tomorrow either, or on another Raw. Stop it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what like the plan is for Charlotte to lose this title because I don't want her to lose it on Raw, but I also kind of want her to keep that like either keep that streak going or build someone enough to where they beat that and it makes it feel like it's a big deal. Um, I doubt they're gonna do it with Emelina just because she's just coming back. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think,
I don't,
I think it depends on what exactly this
yeah,
Emelina character is. Because if it's just, the same exact diva that we used to have, the model, I don't want to see that as champion. We
yeah,
changed it for a reason.
yeah. I just don't know. Like I don't know who should be the like Bailey to a certain degree. Yes, I don't know. Like because I kind of I'm in the same like boat as you right now. It's like I just want to see a new champion, someone that we haven't really seen before, as far as on the main roster, or period, Emma, you know, or period. I don't know. Like, are they gonna? I don't know. I don't think. I don't even know if Dana Brooks ready for Royal Rumble to be in a match against Charlotte at Royal Rumble. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I really don't.
I don't know if she's ready for a title yet. Like they
Yeah, I
can
mean, like
barely,
because they really haven't done a real good job of building her at all either.
yeah, she can barely.
Like you would think you put her with the champion, then like it helps her like at least become like legitimate a little bit. Like yeah, like lapdog and all that, but like because Charlotte's like prestige and everything. But like
But putting her with Charlotte was terrible too because Charlotte isn't that great to begin with either. She was unfortunately they had to change it because Emma got hurt. But I
yeah,
feel like Dana was had so much better, somebody to work with better with Emma. Even though I hate Dana, she was better off with Emma. I felt like, and I felt like they had better chemistry together.
yeah. I wonder if they're gonna put them back together when Emma comes
I don't
back.
know with a changed gimmick. I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, I mean, cause I don't know why they changed her gimmick anyway. Her heel gimmick was pretty doggone. So
You know what they could do with Charlotte and Sasha? They could do a Lego death match, or a Queen of the Mountain match. You gotta put the title up. We've never seen this in any other promotion ever. They gotta go up the ladder and they gotta hang. They gotta hang the title.
no. You know what? They could do a Trixie Land match where they put the ladder outside on the ramp, and they got to go outside of the ring and climb and get the title. Anyway, let's show it to the main event. We got Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. For some reason, I don't know how you feel about this, and I'm gonna let you give your thoughts first. But I had one point before I forget it. I for some reason the Universal title fits Kevin Owens for some reason. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know if it's like the red in his shirt or something, but like it fits him. I don't know how you feel. You probably still don't like it. But I'm not saying I like the title. I'm just saying it fits Owens.
As soon as
And I was kind of indifferent about this match too because I was like, I really like Roman Reigns, and I wouldn't be mad if he won, but like, but Kevin Owens, he's so good. But thoughts on the main event?
as soon as he changes his shirt, it's not gonna work anymore. Like if he goes to a blue shirt, nope, can't do it. Can't. But,
just changes the strap every time he changes his shirt color.
I want them to change the straps. I miss that. I miss when certain superstars had different colored straps. Come on now. Come on, WWE. have some creativity, or just have every belt look the same, because that's what you do now. Except for the Cruiserweight title. That is the only title that they have that's new that doesn't look... Anyway, surprisingly, for a Roman Reigns match, I really like this match. I felt like Owens kept me kind of interested, and the in-ring storytelling was really good, I felt like, between the two of them. But the only thing with the disqualification, and I don't have a problem with the disqualification, but disqualifications in general, a lot of times, if you think about it, don't make any sense. Roman Reigns is disqualified because Jericho interfered and attacked Owens so that Roman would be disqualified and Rollins and Owens would retain. What? It doesn't make sense but then again, wrestling, and you don't think about it too much, or it doesn't make sense. But I like that I don't know. It was confusing because, Jericho attacks Owens to help Owens. Couldn't he have just attacked Roman? Like, why did we have to have that weird mind games there? Like, that didn't make sense to me. But part of me kind of hopes they keep the title on Owens until Finn Balor comes back. I think it would be cool to have the longest reigning Universal Champion versus the first ever Universal Champion.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good match.
Will they keep it on him for that long? I don't know when Finn's supposed to come back, but he's probably going to come back in Rumble, let's be honest.
I don't know.
That's like the land of returns.
Yeah, probably.
Are they? I was going to say, are they going to have two separate Royal Rumble matches? That's not what I was going for. I am curious to see if they have a women's Rumble match, though. Since they're like, women's revolution and women doing stuff that ain't never been done before.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be cool if they did a...
No, in WWE, they'll have a tag team Royal Rumble match. They'll have just the entire show will be just different Royal Rumble matches. A cruiserweight Royal Rumble match, like they do with Survivor Series.
Yeah. They'll
just have separate Royal Rumble matches for each brand. So we have two women's Royal Rumble matches. I can't even get that all out. So bad.
Then you got to add the United Kingdom Royal Rumble match.
Oh, I did. I realized that the United Kingdom title, I think, is only going to be like defended on a separate show on. I almost said 205 Live, on a separate show on the network. They said it in the little video package thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have a separate show.
Yeah, because I know they're gonna have like the tournament for those 2 days. Then I guess they're just gonna have like a separate show for it.
Yeah, they're gonna have a weekly.
It's not bad.
I think from London. I think.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely excited for that. But thoughts on Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens?
I was definitely excited for this match. I liked it. There was something about this match that felt slow to me. That's the only thing I didn't really like about it. But I love Kevin Owens just being heel AF. I love him rolling out of the ring 8,000 times to just make sure Roman Reigns was mad at him. I like that. I like Owens' psychology anyway, and I also love Reigns' psychology. It kind of gets lost because LOL. Let's hate on Reigns because LOL. Or / because we can't think of a thought that's not the majority thought. But I don't know. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good. I was waiting for Jericho to come out the whole time. That was kind of one of the things I was waiting for. But I don't know, and I don't know. Like I just kind of felt like this match could go either way. I don't know what it was about this match, but for some reason I felt like this match could go either way, and that made it like funner for me. That made me actually enjoy it. Because I think sometimes it's like wrestling fans, you just need to pick a side. Like if you don't like Roman Reigns, don't cheer for him. Cheer for Kevin Owens, but like cheer really hard for Kevin Owens, and you'll probably enjoy the match, more instead of just moaning and complaining about Roman Reigns being in the match. Like I think that would help wrestling fans out a lot if they would just enjoy the match as a fan instead of overanalyzing everything. Because not everyone needs to overanalyze everything. I don't even need to overanalyze everything. But I don't know. I just enjoyed this match. Like I just thought it was good. I enjoy freaking just Kevin Owens being Kevin Owens. Um, I like the power bomb spot. That was pretty cool. The power bomb by Reigns. Um, only thing I don't like about the drive by is it's too predictable now. Like they do it so much that it's too predictable. But I did find it funny in this match that they always like fans always talk about how Roman Reigns and John Cena, specifically only have like 5 to 7 to 9 moves. But then we often and always complain about how no one really has a huge move set anyway. So how can we blame those guys just because we don't like them? Well, y'all don't like them. Let's be honest. I really could care less. But I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's a weird concept. Like Kevin Owens does a lot of the same moves every match, but we wouldn't complain about Kevin Owens. But I do love Kevin Owens. I like the Jericho involvement at the end. Like it was kind of weird, but you could smell the like I'm gonna do this to Owens type thing. But I like the kind of sly smile at the end and everything. That was pretty cool. And the we're best friends again. Let's see how long this lasts. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Kevin Owens face Chris Jericho at Rumble. I don't know if you see that coming, but I know they've kind of been teasing it, teasing them going, wrestling against one another. So I'm kind of curious to see if they might push for that. Because I'm always thinking about the Rumble being in the Alamo Dome and everything. So it's kind of like, who are they going to put beside Owens that would fill that place up?
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's so confusing because they keep going back and forth. Like they're friends, and then they turn on each other, and then they're friends, and then they turn on each other, and then they're friends. I need one way or the other established so I can get.
Well, I know they were trying to like shock us with that, like, oh my god, they were trying to shock us with that tonight by having that build over a couple of weeks, and then having even tonight having it build. Like I get what they were doing, but I don't know. It didn't necessarily fool me. Yeah. I guess I could say. But anyway, that was your WWE Roadblock 2016 review here on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. I got to say it at the beginning of the video, so I say it at the end of and stuff. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments and tweets and everything about Roadblock. What did you think? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it kind of good? Was it kind of bad? What would you think of it? And yeah, that's about it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for us. Share the video. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Go yell at Justin at the True Jobber, not whatever. I don't know what the Twitter is. But it's what is it? At the True JSB, I guess. Yeah, go holler at him for not joining the video, even though he said he was joining the video. Go scream at him. Probably made it better. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. We did hope you guys enjoyed. This was your WWE Roadblock 2016 review on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. Peace.